Yo, welcome back. On today's episode, we're gonna be doing some figure photography. Get your weapons ready. Let's get ready for some shooting. Alright, we're gonna be shooting some figure photography. We're starting off with Nissa. I came out here a week before I took this current picture that we're about to watch. I had to redo Nissa and the Raptor from Horizon because they were brand new straight out of the box, no detail. I ended up painting them with some oil paints to bring out some of the details in the figure themselves. The detail that you can pop out by just adding some oil paints or acrylics. I ended up doing oil paints because I don't actually have any acrylics. You gotta work with what you got. The oils, though, I think are typically a little bit better. They do take longer to dry than, of course, the acrylics. Especially because you have to water the acrylics down and all that jazz. I didn't even put any paint thinner, well, I guess I don't think you're supposed to put paint thinner in the oils, but it was extremely difficult to take off. I had a lot of fun just painting the figures. I ended up painting all 5 of the planeswalkers from MTG. I ended up painting the Raptor from Horizon, Li Fang from Dead or Alive, and Ruby from Ruby. And I ended up ordering Tomb Raider, but she hasn't came in. It's been a while too. I ended up getting these boots for this exact figure shoot, thinking that water wouldn't go through the leather, but it ended up going through and was completely water booted. So here, my genius professional self, I didn't realize that my battery was dead. As you can see, I had to reload my weapon. Gotta have power before you can shoot, right? With that being said, I'm not a pro. I'm not an expert at figure photography, and this is my first time also using the atmosphere fog in a can. Luckily, this isn't a review for fog in a can, but either it's completely terrible or I don't know how to press a button on a can to spray. My hairspray days are pretty much long gone, and so I feel that I've lost my hairspray techniques. I think because I was already here before shooting this exact same Nissa, I kind of felt like something was off. I'm not really sure. Maybe it was the lighting. I also didn't put out any lights or anything, and last time I tried to do that, it kind of didn't make any difference. But I only have an aperture, the little tiny block aperture light, and it's it's just completely unnoticeable. I was pretty shaken up with the Swarovski crystal. I was kind of scared that it would just flop into the water and it would be completely ruined. As you probably already know, that you can't really wet these type of crystals because they kind of just get really, they lose their spark, their sparkle. I was gonna bring Groot, but I ended up choosing Nissa over the others. I'm not really sure if I have. Well, no, that's untrue. I think Ashiok is probably my favorite planeswalker, but unfortunately, they don't make a figure of her or him yet. Hopefully, they'll make one in the future. I highly doubt it though, because yeah, I mean you would understand if you knew. But Nissa is pretty dope. She's I guess she's probably my second favorite. So I wanted to start with her. Definitely gonna do the others. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I think I want to do a Johnny like hanging or getting ready to like pounce from like a tree or a high place. I have to go exploring a little bit more. I need to find more cool spots to shoot. I like the fog in this particular image. Also, these pictures that I'm gonna show at the end that I ended up taking, they're cut or cropped mainly for Instagram. I really don't like Instagram's formatting for photos. Not a fan of the cropping, and I think when I came out here to shoot, I completely forgot to shoot for Instagram. So all my pictures are just wide and horizontal. I think that actually, if I had remembered that these were for Insta, then they might have just all came out completely different. my favorite pictures I wasn't even able to use or upload. I mean, I can still use them because I have them, but I can't really share them. Mainly, I mean, I guess I could put them on like my Facebook page, but nobody ever, I don't even think anybody is on there. So definitely for the next shoot, I'm gonna keep in mind and remember to shoot vertical. So this shot was a little bit more trickier than the Nissa one in the water, even though I did get all my feet completely wet. There were a bunch of black widows in here, so I was trying to get rid of them. I didn't hurt them or anything. I just kind of like only destroyed the one string of web that they had created. They were all, I guess, babies or little tiny black widows. I think I found or ended up moving like 5 or 6 of them. It was pretty crazy. I was a little bit, I almost wanted to not even take this, but I manned up and took it, did it. Proud of myself, because I think the results for this was pretty rewarding on its own. Again, here I wish I had just kept in mind to shoot vertical instead of horizontal. It's such a shame. I kind of feel like I kind of wasted a little bit of a day there, but it's okay. Next time, you know, you gotta get back up and shoot again. As you can see, I'm over here struggling with that freaking can of fog air. This one did come out pretty cool. It gave it like a hazy dinosaur era with the, you know, if you played Horizon, it kind of does look a little bit like it. If it was a little more wild, in the game it's a little more, well, there are certain spots that are more wild than cleaner. If you guys haven't played Horizon, definitely play it. It's like a must. You have to do it in your lifetime. It's such a great game. Alright, so if I struggled, well, I did. I struggled the whole way through making this or shooting for this, especially on, I didn't realize, I guess I did buy some Velcro tape, but I don't think they're supposed to use Velcro tape. If there are any pro figure photographers watching this, how do you pose these figures like standing? I mean, if they're like in an odd or strange position. I was thinking maybe some like light wiring, but I don't want that to show up, and I don't really want to edit that much. I did edit the final pieces, as you will be able to see at the end, but not really that much, just a few levels here and there. But for the most part, they did stick to the original shot. I was so scared that Nissa would just fall off and I wouldn't be able to get her, or at least I would, I guess, but I really didn't want to stick my hand in that nasty water. Who knows, they could have been an alligator or crocodile. I actually don't know which one is in Florida. I know only one of them. I don't think that they have both of them here. And that's another good question. Where are alligators and where are crocodiles? Anyways, the struggle of keeping her balanced was pretty frightening. I ended up getting the shots that I wanted. For the most part, there's a couple spots I didn't put on here that I just couldn't get to work. She just couldn't maintain her balance. I really do wonder how a lot of the figure photographers overcome this issue. And I also didn't realize that the figures don't actually bend that much, so they're not really the greatest at like posing naturally. I think I ended up making one of them, or I ended up taking one of them where Nissa was completely stiff. She was just like a freaking stone statue, trying to look like she was comfortable, but it ended up looking really terrible. I scratched it and then ended up positioning her again, and I think it ended up going a little bit more natural and realistic. However, the hair in the back, just, there was no arc, and like when you like lean back, you don't really like I don't know, it was kind of weird because the hair is like plastic. It just kind of makes her look like she's being pushed upright with her hair. This shot was my favorite, the original shot, not the insta edited. This other one was pretty cool. The little twig looks like a little heart. I thought it was very kawaii. And of course, Horizon. I ended up picking this one because it kind of looks like I'm sneaking, trying to get away from it or not let it notice me. And the stiff back. I just realized this is not gonna be in sync. And my favorite one is Nissa looking up towards the horizon. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.